Once again, I want to use this opportunity to welcome one and all to the Lennie Robbins YouTube channel. Know your politics. Let's come together to create a better understanding. I want to throw this question quickly out there to everyone because I've been tracking this for some time. And the more information I gather on this, the more convinced I am that we are really in a police state heading down the wrong path. When you look at what is happening to our citizens in Jamaica, through the many videos that are popping up on social media, YouTube platform, TikTok, name it, wherever they are, our citizens are not being treated, or people are not being treated as citizens anymore. They're a pawn in the government's security plan because, as the Prime Minister says, all criminals will be eliminated from society. Now I'd like to ask all Jamaican, take a moment out of your time and think about that expression. All criminals will be eliminated from society. How on God earth will the Prime Minister be able to do that? And we want to show this out to the Prime Minister because he has yet to explain to us how will they do it. The Minister of National Security has said nothing about it, and neither the Commissioner of Police. But in a more focused way, I want to highlight something that was published in the Daily Gleaner of today's April the 22nd. And the headline reads, HORACE CHANG, Jamaica is reaping the peace dividend as crime drops. Crime decreases. Jamaica is reaping what is called a peace dividend. Peace dividend as crime drops and murder goes down. It has come to my attention that Jamaica is now reaping what is labeled by the present government a peace dividend as a result of a major drop in crimes since 2025. According to the Minister of Security, Dr. HORACE CHANG, who was delivering his speech, his contribution to the sectoral debate in Parliament on Tuesday the 21st, this peace dividend has placed the benefits of safer communities across Jamaica at the forefront of the country's progress. Now, let us stop for a moment and ask which communities this minister is referring to. The peace dividend has placed the benefits of safer communities across Jamaica at the forefront of the country's progress. Progress in what regards, Mr. Minister? Ladies and gentlemen, this is just one of the political rhetoric these guys are allowed to make without any real follow-up and get away with it also. I must quote the minister on the peace dividend as he talks about it. He explained that this dividend refers to the tangible social, economic, and developmental gains that is flowing directly into communities across the country as the crime declines, resulting in safer streets, stronger families, expanded opportunities for young people, and an overall improved quality of life. Let me say this before I move on. This peace dividend video that I'm doing here will be done in two parts. The first part to highlight the benefit Mr. Chang spoke of, and the second part just to highlight just how they're pulling the wool over our eyes, what they're doing and they're franchising. Well, let me not get into it, but the second part will speak to another aspect of this peace dividend that Mr. Dr. HORACE CHANG, our Minister of National Security, so eloquently speak about. But let me go back to what he says. The dividend refers to the tangible. It refers to the tangible social, economic, and developmental gain that is flowing directly to communities across the country. Now I'm going to ask anyone who is viewing this video like right now, if you're watching this video wherever you are, jump in the comment column, leave a comment if you are seeing these tangible social, economic, and developmental gains flowing directly to your communities that result in safer streets, stronger family ties, expanded opportunities for the young people of the community, and an overall improved quality of life. State the community in which you are in the comment, where you're watching from. It is important because I want to follow up on this. And I'm going to ask you, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe to the channel, because we want to grow this channel. We cannot, as the Lennie Robbins YouTube, know your politics. We cannot do it on our own. And we appreciate so far our existing subscribers. And we're just going to ask you also to share it to your friends and ask them to share it as they go along, because we want to grow. Leave a like, leave a comment. We want to grow this channel, and we can't do it without you. Because there's a lot to be said. A lot to be said, and we need to come together to raise our voice so that we can get the changes we need in our communities across Jamaica. Because you're the Minister of National Security telling us that crime went down. Roughly about 50%, 48, 40-something%. Senior 40s, high 40s%. And because of that, the tangible social, economic, and developmental gains is flowing directly to community across the country as the crime declines, thus resulting in safer streets, stronger families, stronger family ties, expanded opportunities for young people, and an overall improved quality of life. What nonsense, Mr. Dr. Horace Chang. What nonsense. You expect people to believe this? When you look at the many videos that are popping up across YouTube and all other channels out there, what the police are doing to people, even when crime is down, 48 to 49%, murder rate is down. Look at what the police is doing to the people. And tell the people why that is happening to them, even when crime is down and there are safer streets, safer communities, stronger family ties, expanded opportunity for the youths, and an overall improved quality of life for people. How on God earth you achieve that? Make that make sense, Mr. Dr. Horace Chang. Make it make sense. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to wake up, because listen, more and more politicians are taking us for fools, useful idiots. That's what they're taking us for. I'm appealing to all Jamaicans, wherever you are. We need to wake up. The minister also highlighted the role citizens played in helping to reduce crime, noting that in 2025, murder tally was 673, representing the first time since 1973 the murder rate fell below 700. I've just said it. The murder rate is below 700 in 52 years. You understand? And the tangible social, economic, and developmental gains are flowing directly to communities across the length and breadth of Jamaica as the crime declines, resulting in safer streets, stronger family ties, expanded opportunities for youth, for young people, and a better quality of life. Now, wherever you are in Jamaica, I'm going to say this for the third time. I want you to jump into the comment column and tell me which community you're watching from. And if you see these things, social, economic, developmental, and developmental gains flowing into your community, resulting in you having safer streets, stronger family ties, expanded opportunity for the young people, and a better quality of life. Tell us if you see it. The Minister of National Security is saying it is out there. Don't sit back and let them get away with bull crap. Don't let them get away with it. As I was saying that he goes on to highlight the role citizens play in helping to reduce the crime, noting that in 2025 crime, the murder tally was 673. And that represents for the first time since 1973, 52 years ago. The murder rate fell below 700. The year before, in 2024, it was 1,139. It fell to 673. Good. And how can murder rate be so low? And they're bragging and boasting about this achievement. Yet the quality of policing that is happening on the street does not suggest the crime is going down. What are these guys saying, telling us? What communities are you referring to, Mr. Chang? I am sure there are communities in Jamaica that over the last 52 years have seen and benefited from the tangible social, economic, and developmental gains. You so boastfully talked about flowing into those special communities, irrespective of what the crime statistics indicate. There are communities over those 50 years that have the non-stop flow of the social, economic, and developmental gains you talked about, where they see safer streets, stronger family ties. Expanded opportunities for their youth, their kids coming up, and a better quality of life. So you tell me which communities you are referring to. Ladies and gentlemen, let us, for the sake of honesty, reality, transparency, and equal justice, come down from off our pumps and pride to the street level to meet the needs of the people on the street. The people who are at the bottom rung of this system, who have suffered, carry the aches and pains of the country on their back day and night. Mr. Chang, I beg of you to provide us, citizens of Jamaica, the data to prove that we are poised to have safer streets, safer communities, expandable opportunities for the youths, and an overall improved quality of life. Please provide us the data to support that information. Notably, sir, you provide data on the murder rate from 1973 to 2025. However, nothing, no data on safer street, etc., that you mentioned or talked about. Mr. Chang, it is my opinion that once again the government is openly and without regards to transparency, honesty, respect, has failed and continue to fail to live up to its campaign promises. Let us ask ourselves, is the tangible social, economic, and development gains you talked about flowing to communities as benefiting us in Jamaica? You tell us how it is benefiting Jamaica, sir. Once again, I'm going to ask everyone, if you come this far in the video, please subscribe, comment, and like and share this video. Your contribution will go a far way in helping us to grow the channel. The late Muddy Perkins of Power 106 radio station has played a very influential role in my political outlook. I want to say this to you all. Coming soon is another toll increase. And this one will definitely force a rethink by users of the toll when you hear the rate of increase. Initially, when the idea of building new highway roads and creating toll gates, Monty Perkins then raised concerns with the government of the day about the state of providing, maintaining, and improving alternate road conditions, giving toll road users the choice of an alternate route. The old road, as we call them, are alternate routes to our destination. The question is, what has successive government done to maintain, improve, or provide better alternate road conditions? Listen for the cry when the new toll road rates are increased. This part of my video, as I said, is a two-part thing. It doesn't take away, but the Smother Perkins toll road, I just show that in there because of the influence he played in my political perspective growing up. And his initial thing about the toll road and alternate route at the time. And I throw that in because I want people now to take a look at the old road that they used to use before they were new highways and toll roads that they call them now. And look at the conditions of those roads. That's the alternate road you should be able to have to use just in case you cannot take the toll. I throw that in. But Dr. Horace Chang, I call upon you, sir, to honestly speak to the nation and be honest about it. Your government lacks transparency, and most politicians lack transparency, honesty, and truth, and this has no fear to disrespect the nation. As I said, ladies and gentlemen, this is a part 2 video. I'm going to share the next part of this video in another couple of days. When I have the time, I'm going to do the other part. I just want to highlight the first part of it where Dr. Chang speaks of the benefit to community, this flowing social, economic, and developmental benefits that is flowing into communities across Jamaica. I want to talk about, I use that that kind of developmental gains he talks about for communities across Jamaica. Just want to shed light on that, and for us to ask the question of ourselves, where on God earth, which community in Jamaica is benefiting from these developmental gains that the minister so speak of as a result of crime going down? What they are doing, they are telling you that they are doing a wonderful job, so you should be benefiting. Not that you are benefiting, you should be benefiting. And by saying that indirectly to you, they don't care if you're benefiting from it. There's a wider picture, bigger picture for them with this crime thing than you can imagine. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Lennie Robbins YouTube channel. I want you to wake up, know your politics. Let's come together to create a better understanding for each other by watching what our politicians do. We can watch what they do, and we must watch what they do by listening to what they say and watch what they do. Because 90% of the time, what a politician says to you is not what they do. What a government says to you is not what they do. The government and political rhetorics, please, don't be fooled. Ladies and gentlemen, Lennie Robbins YouTube channel over now. To welcome once again. Like I said, this is part 2 will be coming up, and we'll try to explain just how the government is franchising the people of Jamaica in the name of security. Watch it. Watch out. Coming to you loud and clear, Lennie Robbins YouTube channel. Peace and love, Jamaicans.